What it do, people? Keith Moore Jr. here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to build muscle while working a full-time job. But before we get started, I need everyone to destroy that like button. It helps the channel to grow by getting the video out to more people. Now let's get right into it. So as I am talking today, I'm going to just be showing you all a couple of workout clips from me working out earlier today. I trained some abs, I did dips, and I also did cardio, but I did not get any footage of my cardio, so that will not be shown. Just wanted to switch things up a little bit for you all today, so you all don't have to just stare at me the entire time while I am talking. All right, let's get right into it. So working a full-time job and building muscle is really not that difficult. It's two things that you really need to focus on. And the first thing, you all probably already know what I'm about to say. It's going to be your nutrition. Your nutrition has to be on point before anything else, because you can go to the gym and train like crazy, but if you are eating horribly, then it's going to reflect in your physique and you are not going to maximize your potential. So let's get more specific here. For nutrition, at a high level, you should focus on your macronutrients, which is going to be your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats. So for me, right now, my proteins are 45% of my total caloric intake. My carbohydrates are 35% of my total caloric intake, and my fats are 20% of my total caloric intake. Now your micronutrients are going to be important as well, but we are not going to focus on those in this video. This video, we're going to strictly focus on things at a high level. So with that macronutrient breakdown, I want to focus specifically on protein. So no matter what, my protein will always be between 0.8 and 1 gram of protein per body weight. That's whether I'm focused on losing fat, bulking, cutting, building muscle, whatever phase I am in, I have to make sure that I am getting an adequate amount of protein in. That's going to be one of the key drivers for building muscle. Now, that's not to say the other macronutrients are not important, but I want to put an emphasis on proper protein intake, or I should say adequate protein intake, to make sure you are eating enough protein, because you can eat clean but still lack in the protein area, and that may cause you to build muscle at a slower rate than if you were getting in enough protein. So that's going to be first and foremost. You know, protein can come from various sources. For me, my protein typically comes from chicken breasts, chicken thighs, salmon, and then I do supplement with protein shakes because that helps me reach my daily goal. Now, a protein shake is not necessary if you are able to get enough protein in through the foods you eat, but from my experience, that is very difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. For me, it's a lot more convenient at times to just make a shake, and that way I can drink that on the go. Now, obviously, those macronutrients, those percentages that I gave you, they are going to change based on whatever your goal is. So if I was, let's say, bulking up right now, I would probably do 40% or 35% protein. Yeah, I would do probably 35% protein, 45% carbohydrates, and then the remaining 20% would be fats. I usually like to keep my fats low no matter what, but just know that you can change those macronutrients depending on what your goal is. But still, no matter what, yeah, if I'm bulking, my carbohydrates, the percentage may be higher than my protein, but my calories are also going to be higher So that 35% of protein I'm getting from my caloric intake is still going to fall in that range of 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Like I said, that's going to stay constant for me no matter what. Next up, your training. Now, a lot of people will go to the gym just to say they went to the gym, but they do not track their progress and they do not focus on progressive overload to ensure that they are building muscle and getting stronger over time. So with your training, something that you need to start doing if you aren't doing it already is start focusing on progressive overload. So if you want to build muscle, you should be working out in the 8 to 12 rep range. Now, if you want to do something like concurrent training, which is what I do now, it's okay to have those strength and intensity days in there throughout the week, as well as the volume days. But just know for the volume days, that 8 to 12 rep range is going to be key for building muscle. So if it's a time period where you are strictly doing strength training, where you're doing low reps and taking long rest periods, then you aren't going to build muscle like you would if you were doing hypertrophy and volume type workouts, because a lot of people focus more just on the strength aspect of things and just being able to lift heavy day in and day out. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if you're really trying to build that physique, build that muscle to get ripped, then you need to do volume workouts staying in that 8 to 12 rep range. Like I said, it's okay to switch things up, but be sure that you are focusing on progressive overload, which is going to be increasing the number of sets or the number of reps, or you want to increase the load, which is going to be the total weight you are lifting from week to week, because that's what's going to help you build that muscle over time. And then at the same time, you are still building your strength by applying progressive overload. So don't limit yourself to just doing workouts where you're just doing low reps and thinking that's the only way that you can get stronger, because you can still get stronger from doing volume and hypertrophy type of workouts. So I hope this video was helpful. I know a lot of people that work full-time jobs think that it's difficult for them to build muscle just because of the limited time they may have on their hands. So I wanted to provide you all with some tips today that will help you build muscle. And last but not least, consistency is going to be key. So week in and week out, you need to be focused on your nutrition and your training. It should not just be a thing where it's temporary, where you're just getting ready for a birthday or getting ready for a vacation. Make this something that is more long-term and sustainable, so that you do not have to take drastic measures when a birthday is coming up or a vacation. If you do something that's sustainable, you do not worry about having to get ready. You are always prepared. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please like it once again. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate the continued support, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.